Mikro 11, reducing aliasing. Good evening, Vasters. Puppeteer here with micro tutorial number 11. Tonight we're going to have a look at one method that we can use to reduce aliasing on a sound. And an example of aliasing, as you can hear here, this is a sawtooth sound with a single block saw. And you can hear that it's got that sort of nasty metallic-y ring to it. And that's aliasing. Now, for those of you that don't know what aliasing is, I've got a little spreadsheet here to show you pictorially what happens. So on this spreadsheet, or on this graph here, what you're looking at, the little dots and lines represent the relative frequencies. So the highest dot there is the fundamental frequency. And this is for a sawtooth, so we can see that it goes up in a series of harmonic steps. Now, what happens is that this is assuming a 44.1 kilohertz sampling frequency. So the Nyquist limit is where you see that red line, and the Nyquist limit is very important. It's actually half of the sampling frequency. And the green, what we're saying here is for the green line, anything above the green line you're going to be able to hear. So as we start increasing the frequency, you'll start seeing some things happening. So as we start bringing this up, you'll start seeing that it reflects on that red line. Now at the moment this is still relatively low frequencies, but as we start going up, you'll see that some of these dots some of the reflected dots are getting closer and closer. And now once we start increasing this, you can start seeing that some of these, the dot on the right hand side there, you can see, sorry I can't show you the mouse on this current setup, but you can see that dot just above the green line is now starting to go back, and it's not in harmonic series. And you can see the next dot is coming back. And so what you're getting there is you're getting a clash of frequencies, and that's exactly what aliasing is. So what you could do is you could increase the sampling frequency. That's one way around aliasing. The other way is to try and filter out some of these reflected frequencies. Now this doesn't happen at the DSP level, it happens at the sampling level, so at the digital analog conversion stage. Okay, so what can we do about that? So on the PC3 there's one really quick and easy way to get around this. Is we've got a saw, and I've already set this up. So if we go to the other layer, you'll see what I've done here is put a high pass filter in. Now a high pass filter might sound a little bit counterintuitive, but what we're essentially doing here for high frequencies is that we're trying to stop some of those reflected frequencies coming back below the fundamental. So if we push this right up a bit further, oops. So if we push this up further, you can see that some of these frequencies now are coming back underneath the fundamental frequency, and you can hear them. Okay, so what we can do is we can put a high pass filter on here, and to hear the effect of this, I'll just show you how the high pass is set up. So we go in. I've set the high pass frequency at A3, which is below. So normally it's set at C4. I've set it a little bit lower, and I've set the key tracking to 100 cents per key. So what that means is that the frequency is going to go up with each key we press. Okay, and that's all I've done on this sound. So if we listen to the unfiltered layer, you can hear this, the same key. And you can hear that nasty frequency is quite heavily reduced. You can play around with these a little bit more. You can push it up higher and it gets rid of more of it, but it does. But at these lower frequencies compared to the unfiltered one, you are removing a little bit of that low end. So that might be okay to if you're playing up high and you want to get rid of some of that aliasing, and you're not interested so much about down low, you can probably be a little bit more aggressive with this high pass filter. So Vasters, that's one quick way that you can look at reducing aliasing by using a high pass filter. I must give thanks here to somebody over at the old Sonic Matter forums who actually clued me into this. I can't remember who it was. If it was you and you posted about this, let me know and I'll give you the relevant credit. But it is one really good way that you can reduce aliasing on some of the oscillators in the PC3. Hope that's been helpful to you. Thanks very much for subscribing, and hopefully I'll get some more of these out shortly. See you later.